bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Lisnek and this is Comcast Newsmakers. This hour's newsmaker is Julian Brown, Manager of Corporate Contributions for Nicor, United Way of Metropolitan Chicago. Today we're going to be talking about the United Way African American Initiative that Nicor is so involved with. Julian, thanks for being with me.
You're welcome.
You guys have created a matching grant, and so before we talk about that, let's talk about what it's for. Explain the African American Initiative, what the goal is.
The goal of the African American Initiative is to support at-risk youth, African American males between the age of 10 and 16. What we do is provide them with leadership training, also self-esteem building, and also the opportunity to look at career options.
Clearly you're looking at a group of young people who could be tempted to go in the wrong direction in life, and this is an effort to stop that. It's interesting that you start at the age of 10. Are we finding that, that people are making their life decisions, it seems, younger and younger these days?
Yes, but the age of 10 to 16 is the youth that are most troubled, and these are high-risk youth. So this is why the initiative is focused on that age group.
This is not the first year. It's been going on now for a few years. So talk to me about what the success has been, how many students or young folks, young men you've worked with since 2006. Since
2006, over 600 students have gone through the program, and the success rate is phenomenal. Especially, let's take a look at how things went in Roseland. In that community there, the poverty rate is 97%. But when you take a look at the students that have been in the African American Initiative, they have a success rate of 90% that are at the promotable and passing grade level, as opposed to their counterparts that are not in the program that only have a 40% success rate.
It really does seem like, just presented with some opportunity, so with a chance to make a difference in this world, that's sometimes all it takes.
Yes, that's true, and that's why the initiative works with many non-for-profits that provide programs that support the African American youth to make them have the opportunity to make the right decisions.
It takes money to make this happen. That's where Nicor steps in, because you've partnered with United Way of Metropolitan Chicago to sponsor what is a $50,000 matching fund, but that means somebody else has got to give.
That's correct. And every time someone makes a gift of $1,000 or more, Nicor will match dollar for dollar that gift to the African American Initiative.
Why is this program important to Nicor? I mean, there's a lot of things at Nicor, and I know Nicor is involved in a variety of charities, but why this program?
This program is really important to Nicor, not only to Nicor, but to society as a whole. Because without the African American male, society as a whole will not be as proficient and efficient and productive without them. And so it's very important to support this particular group of individuals.
You're working with 5 probably at-risk communities, it's fair to say. I mean, Englewood and Bronzeville, Roseland, as you've mentioned, some others. You're providing self-esteem, you're providing these leadership skills. How are you doing it?
We're doing this by partnering with other non-for-profits in those particular towns, or parts of towns, I should say. And we talk about Team Englewood, Teamwork Englewood. We talk about Center for New Horizons, and we talk about Metropolitan Family Services, just to name a few.
And so you're mentoring these kids. That's part of it. They get to see the role model.
They get to see the role model, and not only do they get to see the role model, they get the coaching that they need in order to succeed.
And I imagine these relationships kind of hang on maybe when the program's over. Do you know whether these kids stay in touch?
Well, that's the key, you know, because we know that will happen if this is executed in the right way.
And people donate. I mean, they contact the United Way and just identify that they want their donation to be for the African American Initiative?
That's correct. And when they make that donation, you know, the United Way is, you know, handling the whole process, and they will make certain that the $50,000 is used up.
All right, Julian Brown, thanks so much for the great work you're doing. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Paul.
This hour's newsmaker has been Julian Brown for Nicor and United Way of Metropolitan Chicago. I'm Paul Lisnek. This is Comcast Newsmakers. Bye-bye.
The preceding was a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers. Now, back to headline news.